Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome. We are settling in. I can't even talk tonight. We're settling into our USY Shabbat. It's great to have our USYers here in the sanctuary. We're going to begin our services this evening with Yedid Nefesh on page 10. You guys ready? I should probably get a Siddur, shouldn't I? Okay. I got it. Yes, you do need one. That is correct. Yedid Nefesh Av Harachaman Mishoch Avdach El Retzonach Yaharutz Avdach Kimo Ayal Yishtachaveh El Mul Hadarach Yerav lo yedidutach mino fetzuf vechol ta'am hadur na'eziv ha'olam nafshi cholat avatach Ana el narefonala veharot lo noam zivach az titchazek vetitrape vehaitalach shivchat olam Vatik Yehemuna Rachamecha Bechusana Al Benahuvach. You guys with me? Ki zekama nichsafti Lira Tiferet Uzach Ana Eli Machmad libi bechushana ve'al titalem. Bottom paragraph. Sing with me. Higalena ufros chavivi alai et sukat shelomach ta'ir eretz michvodach Nagila v'nismechavach Maher ahuv kiva moed v'choneni ki me'olam Yadadai dai 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 yadadai nai 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 yadadai nai 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 yadadai nai 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 yadadai nai 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 yadadai nai 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 yai nai 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 nai. No, you want to come up now? Okay, come on up. Yadadai nai 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 yadadai nai 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 Yana dai 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 dai. Yana dai 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 dai. Yana dai 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 dai. Yana dai 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 dai. We turn to page 11 as Leah leads us on the top, the first few lines of Lechu Neranena.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Naria, Naria, Yetzur Yishenu, Nekadma Fana Betoda. Naria, Naria, Yetzur Yishenu, Bizmirot Naria Lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai.
We're on the bottom. Oh, Bottom of page 12.
40 שנה עקוב בדור, ואומר עם טועה לבבהם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי באפי, אם יבואון אל מנוחתי.
Top of 13. We're gonna sing together. Shiru ladonai, shir chadash, shiru ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru ladonai, bachru shemo, basru miyom leyom yeshuato, sapru vagoyim kevodo, bechol ha'amim niflaotav. Ki gadol Adonai u'me'olal me'od norahu al kol Elohim ay ki kol Elohei ha'amim elelim va'Adonai shamayim asa Hod v'hadar lefanav oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho havu l'Adonai mishpechot amim havu l'Adonai kavod v'oz havu l'Adonai kevod shemo se'u mincha We're on the bottom of page, we're going to come to the bottom of page 14. Smichu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz yiram hayam umlo'o yalo sadai v'chol asher bo az yiranenu kol hatzeyar Lifnei Adonai kiva lishbot haaretz yishbot tevel b'tzedek v'amim v'emunato. We are on page 15. Now, in Kabbalat Shabbat, we do a psalm per day, and we lead up to Lecha Dodi, which is where Shabbat starts. So if we do a psalm per day and then do Shabbat, how many psalms do we do before Shabbat? I heard it. 6, that's correct, right? So, we've done a couple. Now, we're going to do another on page 15. It's Psalm 97. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to read a poem. We're going to read just a little thought. All right? A poem to the paper bridge. Now, I don't really like English readings. I'll be honest, I don't like English readings because we read these readings of these psalms and mountains tremble and all these things, and we read them with the enthusiasm of a tax code or a phone book. I don't think you guys even know what a phone book is, and I'm going to cry. Okay. But so we're going to read this together. We're going to read this idea, this poem to a paper bridge, but we're going to actually kind of get into it. We're not going to be overwrought. We're not going to be crazy, but we're going to get into it a little bit. Okay? Yes? No? Maybe so? Okay. Great. Awesome. Calm yourselves, please. Okay. A poem to the paper bridge. O paper bridge, lead me into your land, white and constant and mild. I'm tired of the desert where the manna was strewn, made of milk and honey and bread. A simple people with their earthen jugs, with children, with cattle, with tears. It's not a solo. Constructed a paper bridge of such strength. It withstands the destruction of years. We're on the left-hand side of 15. Lead me, paper bridge, in your land, the one we have built with honest hands. In the stark light of need and pureness of heart, no person was tormented, no child shamed. There a sapling still blooms, there a rooster crows on, there the brilliance of daybreak announces a new dawn. We are on page 17 now, and I'm going to call upon Kayla Hoffman, who's going to read a reading. Right? Yeah? Okay, you can use that. All right, you can take your mask off while you're doing it. You don't have to, it's up to you.
Okay.
Where are we? You tell me.
Page 17.
Page 17.
To take the first step, to sing a new song, is to close one's eyes and dive into unknown waters. For a moment, knowing nothing, risking all, but then to discover the waters are friendly, the ground is firm, and the song rises again. Out of my mouth comes words lifting the wind, and I hear for the first the song that has been in my heart, silence unknown, even to me.
Oh, nice. It's great. That's about prayer. But Ari, are you ready? You are? You are? You sure? We're on page 20. We're skipping ahead.
All right. Moses and Aaron among God's priests, and Samuel among those who called upon the divine name, called you, and you answered them.
Put some life into it. Come on. Come on.
You spoke to them from amidst a cloud. They kept your covenant and the law you gave them. You answered them, Adonai our God, and you were a forgiving God to them, even as you punished them for their transgressions.
Good job. We're on the triangle on the bottom of page 20. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kadsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kadsho. Ki kadosh Adonai. Try to stay on the key I'm in. Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. All right, we'll work on it. All right. We're on page 21. Aaron, I got you for this one too. Yeah. No? Oh, Aaron, you ready? Oh, that just came in. The mic was off for a little while. All right. You can hear? Good.
Mizmor LeDavid, Havul Adonai B'Nelim, Havul Adonai Kavod Va'oz, Havul Adonai Kavod Shemo, Hishtahavul Adonai B'Hadra Kodesh, Ko Adonai Al Hamayim El Hakavod Hirim, Adonai Al Mayim Rabim, Ko Adonai Ba'koach, Ko Adonai Behadar, Ko Adonai Shover Arazim, Vashaber Adonai Et Arze Havalon, Vayarkidem Kemo Egel Lebanon, Besirion, Kemo Ven Remim, Ko Adonai Hotzel Lavadot Esh, Ko Adonai Yahil Midbar, Yahil Adonai Midbar Kaddish, Ko Adonai Yehoel Ayalot, Vayehesoth Ye'arot, Ho Kolo Omer Kavod, Omer Kavod. Adonai Lamabuya, Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam, Adonai Oz Le'amo Yitain, Adonai Yevarech Tamu Bashalom.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Wow, that was, I don't know music. What is it when the tempo is? No, I'm not besmirching his character, but it's like, fortissimo is loud and pianissimo is small. So what is it? That's like, yeah, all right. Kayla, you ready? And where's the right Kayla? Oh, cool. All right. I'm going to be doing the Chadodi. So we're on page 23. And you may not know it, but if you've come to Friday night services, even virtually, you've heard me say this. This poem, this song is a door. When we start at the first verse, it's Friday, it's the work week. We've just gotten out of the car, we've rushed here, we've tried to get through traffic and dodge all the crazy drivers, right? We've got the assignments and the emails piling up. That's what happens in the first paragraph. And then this miraculous thing happens. We walk through this door, we read these poems, and that's the door through which we enter Shabbat. And by the time we're singing By the time we're done singing, I should say, the Lecha Dodi, it's Shabbos. And hopefully, just take a moment. You can have a moment in this next few moments as we sing. Just breathe. To just be. That's why it's great to not have your phone on you. That's why it's great to be cut off from technology. I was watching a TV show the other day. I was watching the first episode of a show called Station 11. It's about a pandemic. It's great. So at one point they said, one character turns to the other and says, if the charger on your phone or the battery on your phone dies, do you die? And I would argue, no, you actually begin to live. So we're on page 23 for the Lecha Dodi. Now, I don't know if you guys know this tune, so it may take you a moment to learn it, but I hope you do. And once you get it, I hope you'll sing with me. Sound good? Which one should I do? Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Again. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmianu el hamyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem ultiferet ve'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Second, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshavat chila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei mitoch hafecha rav lach shevet beyemek habacha v'hu yachamol alayich emla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Page 25. V'hayu limshisa shosayich v'rachaku kol mivalayich yasis alayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al kala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Yamin usmol tifrot tzivi et Adonai ta'aritzi al yad ish ben partzi v'nismecha v'nagila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. For this last paragraph, we rise as we welcome the Shabbat bride, the Shabbat queen. We face the door. Bo'i v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha u'v'tzala toch emunei am segula. Bo'i chala, bo'i chala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. All right, you may be seated. We turn now to page 27, which means Ava. Come on up. Whenever you're ready.
Mizmor shir leyom hashabbat tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon lehagid baboker chastecha ve'umencha baleilot alei asor ve'alei navel alei higayon bekinor mizmor shir leyom hashabbat tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
We're on page 28 on the bottom.
Sadi katamar yifrach, yifrach, sadi katamar yifrach. Sadi katamar yifrach, yifrach, sadi katamar yifrach. Ke'eres balvan yiske, ke'eres balvanan yiske, ke'eres balvanan yiske, yiske. Ke'eres balvanan yiske, ke'eres balvanan yiske, ke'eres balvanan yiske, yiske.
There's another one we'll do, another tzaddik. Tzaddik tamar yifrach, ke'eres balvanon yiske shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun beseva deshenim verananim yehu lehagid ki ashar Adonai Tzuri velo avlatavo. We turn now to page 30, and I want to invite, if you're at home or if you're here and you are commemorating a yard site, or you are in mourning and you have someone for whom you'd like to say the mourner's Kaddish, to please rise with me as we say the mourner's Kaddish together. Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei rabbah. Ve'almad yivrach yirsei ve'yamlich malchusei v'chayechon u'v'yamechon u'v'chayei dechol beis Yisrael v'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach leolam ulmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yispa'ar v'yisramam v'yisnasei v'yisadar v'yisaleh v'yishalal shmei dekudesha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. I can't see back there. Is that Marla? Hi. I want to, we're going to, guys, this is a learning opportunity for a moment. I want you to turn to page 26. And there are traditional words that are said to someone who is in mourning. On Friday night when they come to services, they are greeted and the community welcomes them back. And we say, and you can read this in Hebrew if you want on page 26. If you want to wait to the English, you can do that too. Hamakom yenachem etchem b'toch sha'ar avlei Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May God, or may the Divine One, comfort you along with all the other mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. And let's say, Amen. You may be seated. Where's Raquel? I saw her. There she is. You ready? Yeah. All right. Have at it.
Hello. If you don't know me, well, first, Shabbat Shalom. I'm Raquel Sokol. 4 years ago, I was bat mitzvahed and read Parashat Rumah at Congregation B'nai Israel in Gainesville, Florida. Tomorrow, I will read Parashat Rumah again. When I was 13 years old, I did not understand the true importance of why I needed to read a list of materials given from one group of people to another group of people. However, in those 4 years that have passed, I've grown and learned about the importance of the Jewish community and how we give back to each other. As Rabbi Sachs, may his memory be a blessing, taught on Parashat Terumah, when we give, we ourselves become uplifted. We elevate our lives. In the parshat that we are reading tomorrow, the mitzvah of Vayhu lit Rumah is given to the Jewish people, and they were commanded to give a contribution to the sanctuary. Jews since then have given to their own sanctuaries to give a contribution to their own communities through tzedakah in its many forms. Many rabbis have told us that teaching Torah or doing mitzvahs, by doing this, we are taking in the most generous of ways. But what does it mean to give back to our community in meaningful ways? Well, I could talk about how I give back to my community or how this community gives back. Today, I'm going to take inspiration from those before me. Jews created the first comic books, graphic novels, and helped to create superheroes as we know them today. Art Spiegelman, who recently made national news for his book Mouse being banned, explained why in a 2019 Guardian article. Jews invented the idea of the vigilante do-gooder through popular characters such as Superman or Spider-Man. These characters lived the double lives that many of their creators did, being unassuming, normal people while fighting against those that harm their communities. Their own way of tzedakah. Jacob Kurtzberg, or Jack Kirby, created Captain America to fight against the Nazis, which he could not do himself. His own form of tzedakah to those who were outraged that their adopted communities were doing nothing to stop the murder of their families and the erasure of their culture. Jewish superheroes are now far more common today, as they are allowed to exist in the mainstream media instead of superheroes with Jewish themes, like in the majority of Golden Age comics. Heroes such as Moon Knight, an incredibly unique superhero who struggles with being the son of a Holocaust survivor, his faith and mental health are now getting adaptations. Characters like Spider-Man, specifically the Peter Parker variant, are now allowed to be Jewish, even if only slightly so. There are still Jewish characters or characters imbued with Jewishness of their creators who have often have that aspect erased from them, like Kitty Pryde or Scarlet Witch, some of my personal favorites. By recognizing the Jewishness of comic books and how they've impacted me, I've been able to give back to my community in unique ways by speaking and writing about my own Jewishness. I never understood the importance of Parshat Terumah until recently, understood the importance of it in tzedakah especially. While the superheroes of my youth perform far different feats than I ever could, I hope they still impart the importance of tzedakah and contributing to my community for all of you as well. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Raquel, just a quiz for 1 second. Speaking of comic books, do you know who Eric Leisure is? I do know yes, I mean Magneto. That is correct. So if you don't know X-Men, Magneto is a fascinating character who's been through a lot. He survived the concentration camps, actually. Sorry? Which one's Magneto? He's the bad guy in X-Men. Ian McKellen. I don't know if that helps. No, not the bald one. The other old British guy. Gandalf. All right, let's keep going. All right. Baruch Hu. Aaron, come on back up. Please rise for the formal call to prayer, the Baruch Hu. We're very formal here. Before we do, though, 35. Before we do, we're going to have a chance to do the Mourner's Kaddish, if you want to do that with me. The Mourner's Kaddish can be found on page 30. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnasei. V'yit adar, v'yit ale, v'yit halal, shemei dekudesha, brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, dushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, L'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav, Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Please stay standing as we turn to page 39A for the formal call to prayer, the Baruch.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevora.
Baruch Adonai Amvorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvora Leolam Va'ed.
You may be seated. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid milach aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch ata Adonai, hamari v'aravim. We're on page 40 for Ahavat Olam. If you know the song, you probably learned it in Hebrew school, sing it with us. Or at TVT.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Hukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, V'shofcheinu uvkumeinu, Nasiach b'chukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, U'mitzvotecha, Le'olam va'ed. Ki hem hayenu ve'orech yameinu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem neged yomam v'layla.
Ve'avatcha al tasri mimenu leolamim, Baruch ata Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. We're on page 41 for the Shema, led by Noah Hoffman.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavecha, u'chol nafshecha, u'chol meodecha, v'chayu hadevarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavecha, chayom al levavecha, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, ושיבתך בביתך ולבטך בדרך, ושופך וקומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. We're on page 43. Now, we're on page 44. Umalchuto b'ratzon kiblu alehem Moshe v'nei Yisrael acham neshira v'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osei pele, nora tehilot osei pele.
Nice job. Malchutcha hara'u v'anecha bokem lifnei Moshe, ze'eli anu v'yamruhu, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, v'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov, u'golo mi'ad chazak mimenu, Baruch ata Adonai, Gal Yisrael. I am not going to try to sing Hashkivenu, because that's not. You want to do it, Ava? Well, why are you running away then? Someone what? Okay, come on up. Hashkivenu, top of page 45. Arba'im v'chamesh.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu, Sukkot shlomecha. Ufros aleinu, Sukkot shlomecha. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim.
All right. Thank you, Ava. Thanks for pitch hitting. We're on the bottom of page 45. Ushmor tzeitenu vo'enu l'chaim u'shalom etavi ad olam, ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha, Baruch ata Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol mo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Ava, you coming back up? Vishamru? No, let Jojo do it. Page 46. Get closer.
Okay. Shameru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'dorot ha'merit olam. Uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Tishe yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz u'vayom hashvi'i Shabbat v'yai nafash.
Nice. You gonna stay up for?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
staying
Cool.
up.
Thank you.
Never know what the tune.
It's good.
Yitkadal v'yitkadal shemei rabba.
Amen.
Yamad yivrachute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon umechon uv'hayedecho beit Yisrael. Bagala bagala uvizman kariv v'yimeru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach. Le'olam le'olam yitbara yitbara v'yishtabah v'yipa'a v'yitrama v'yitnaseh v'yidada v'yidale v'yidala shmei dekodesh abrichu la'elam min kol birhata v'shirata tushbehata v'nemata damiran me'alma b'imeru amen.
Please rise for the silent Amidah on page 47. It runs from page 47 through page 52. This is also a time for personal reflection. If the Hebrew or English, God is more than bilingual, so you can do it in any language that is good for you. If you're still saying the Amidah, please continue to do so. We continue with the Kaddish Shalem on page 54.
Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabba, be'amad yivrachu tevim lichmahu tebechon uv'yomechon uv'hayed kol be'Yisrael b'agalav yizman kariv v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevora, le'amel maya yitbara, yitbara v'yishtaba v'yitpar v'chema v'yitnaseh, v'yidada v'yidale v'yidala shmei dekudusha brechu, le'la min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nemata. Damiran be'alma v'meru. Amen. Tika balsala hon uvad udhon dekol Yisrael kadam uhon de Vishmael v'meru. Amen. Yahei shlama rabba min shema v'hayim alena ve'akol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'momav uyaseh shalom alena ve'akol Yisrael v'meru.
Amen. Comfy? No? Good. Then stand up, please, for Aleinu on page 56. Josephine, come on up. All right. You guys figure out what you're doing, right? No? Yes? All right. We're on page 56.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol,
Latet gedula le'otzer breshit.
Shelo asanu k'vrei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, Shelo samchalkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, shtahalim umotim, Lifnei melech mochei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu notei shamayim ve'osei haaretz, U'moshe v'ikaro b'shamayim imal, U'shchinatu zo, v'garei meromim, U'Eloheinu einot, Ememokenu efesulato, Kakatu v'torato, v'tatayom shashevota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim imal, ve'al haaretz v'itachat einod. Now? V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
You may be seated. In our community this week, we commemorate the yahrzeits of Sarah Horowitz and Benny Bregman, of Lois Goodman and Lena Greenberg, of Ethel Bernstein and Irvin Hamburger, of Isabel Noah Mace and Rose Skoboloff, of Judy Brown and Henry Livingston. May their memories be a blessing. I also want to extend our condolences to Ingrid Rosenthal on the loss of her father, Max Bauer, and Marla on the loss of your mother. I know that Shiva for your mom is both Saturday and Sunday at 6:15, and Shiva for Max, for Ingrid's father, is on Tuesday at 6. So 6:15 Saturday and Sunday, and 6 o'clock on Tuesday for Shiva's, and all of them are on Zoom. May their memory be a blessing. All those who want to say the Mourner's Kaddish or have need or desire to say it, please rise with me as we say the Mourner's Kaddish on page 58. Yizgadal v'yizgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yursei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yithale v'yithalal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'elma v'imru amen Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Announcements? Yes? Well, then come on up and do them.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom, Sherry.
Shabbat Shalom USY, who's all here. Welcome to some of our new guests, families, the whole CBI community. We welcome you back in person. First time in 22. Woohoo. So we're looking forward to a wonderful evening together, celebrating Shabbat and eating good food and being with our friends. Just a couple things that are coming up on Sunday. This Sunday we have a really fun Olympic-themed event for our kindergarten through sixth graders here at in the parking lot. We're going to do some outside relays and
Okay.
what?
No, I'm just no. It's Olympic.
Nervous about the parking
No,
lot?
it's Olympic theme. No.
Olympic theme.
I didn't know if that you
Olympics
meant.
open,
I don't know if that meant you were going to pump them full of steroids or what.
No,
I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
No steroids, just lots of fun. We've got some junk food and sports and all sorts of good stuff. So if you have not signed up and you have a kindergartner through sixth grader, we invite you to bring them by at 12:30 on Sunday. We also have a fun event next Saturday night. We have a Purim Carnival coming up in March and a lot of really exciting things going on. Yes, we are dunking the rabbi in the dunk tape because it's tradition, right? It's always been tradition that the rabbi gets dunked. It's always been, we discussed this at the staff meeting that
You
that's
mean you
just
lied at the
No.
staff meeting,
I had
and now you are
everyone's
continuing to lie.
Okay, this is on YouTube.
You know what? I don't care. Fine. If it'll raise money, you can dunk me. I
Yeah,
don't
we're going to
care.
raise money for the youth department. So we hope that everyone is going to participate. And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Y'all ready?
All the teens.
Y'all
come on
ready
up.
for this? Come on up. Adon Olam. All of y'all. Who's from Wisconsin? Who's from Madison? Somebody's from Madison. You're from Madison too? Oh, but went to the conservative shul. You guys? You?
I don't know.
Yeah, Rabbi Ben Gideon. Let's take it away, guys.
Does anyone have a preferred tune?
Was I not